Hey guys, it's Kristen here. I thought I would do a very short impromptu card pull for the collective energy. I thought I would start with just the month of July and see what comes up. I have two decks out, excuse me, in front of me, and thought I would just do a quick little look-see into the energies. It's the first time I've done something collectively. I thought what better time than now to do said thing. And I had, oh well, look at that. I have these little angel cards that go with this healing technique, and I had pulled one from them. I have a couple sets, one set that I travel with and one set that I keep here at the house. Because I do have an office, I do actually have a practice where I see clients, but I had kind of shuffled through and thought Cassiel, and I could be pronouncing that wrong, Cassiel, Angel Cassiel was calling to me, and ironically I sat down here and she was already here, so twice she's showing up for us, he, she. To me it feels like a very feminine energy, but Angel Cassiel, its healing gift is love, and I feel like so much of the world right now could use some extra love and healing, and what better angel than to kind of invite in to ask to help us with some extra healing at this time. So it says, Angel Cassiel, please accept my heart-link invitation and join your energy with mine. Heal my heart of its wounds. Fill my heart with love and teach me to trust in love again. Protect me from those who betray my love and help me respect and honor the love I receive from others. Help me to see that I am love incarnate looking for love. Please help me find it. So that could be taken, to me, can be taken multiple ways. That can be taken as like romantic love, or it could be finding your love for yourself or finding your love for humanity again, which right now, let's be honest, the energy of the collective, especially here in the US, is quite tumultuous. A lot going on, just a lot of crazy energies, just lots of bringing up old past wounds from years past, generations past, centuries past, to be brought up, to be revisited. Many people, I personally look at it as a good thing, as then that's getting brought back up again, so we can all look at it and kind of finally like put it to rest and let it work its way out. So I personally believe that in order for things to get better, sometimes they get a little worse. So a lot of like old energy that's kind of dying, we're moving away from, is making its last ditch effort to hold on and really hold on to the hatred and the divide that we have in our world at this time. So this is just one of those ways that the energies are coming back up of divide. And really, if we really think about it, the world is so gray and everything is so nuanced. To be black and white is just almost impossible in this world. So the middle path, the violet pill path, that one of the people I like to follow, Amanda Ellis, she has a lot of teachings on it, but that violet path is just really hard to follow at times. Excuse me. Wow, this is important. This is amazing. I love this card. So the card that came up, and I'll put the deck I'm using, it's the Tarot Light. I don't know, I'll put it in the description. The Seven of Hearts, choices. So at this time, we have lots of choices, right? We can get swept up in that frenzy of emotion, the frenzy of our emotions, of our passion, of how we feel about certain things. And we can let that emotion take control and let it take control of us and run with that emotion, or we can sit with how we're feeling with things, and we have the choice to really look at what it is and how it's affecting us, and how is it best for us personally to look at it, and for us to best help support our fellow human on the journey that is. So really looking at, when I see this card, what really jumps out to me is this third eye. And so having that choice to really look at it with your gut and really look at the energies and the sides, the energies, how we're gonna handle the craziness at this time. How are we gonna handle that in a way that is more middle ground, more less divide and less hatred, and more of a, hey, can we look at this from a place of love for our fellow human, even if it's a choice we wouldn't make for ourselves. You know, we really need to get to this place of making the best choice for us and letting our fellow human make the best choice for them, even if it's not a choice we'd make for ourselves. And okay, so again, I was looking at the energies of this month of July ahead, and for many of us, there will be some pieces of depression, and that's okay. So we live in a world, we've come to live in this society where we think we have to be happy and joyous and all this wonderful, pleasurable stuff 100% of the time, and that's not realistic. There really are going to be parts and times in our world and in our life that we are going to have depression. We're going to feel our emotions, and that's okay, because that's what makes us human. So if you can't live through life being 1,000% happy, 100% happy all of the time. It's just not feasible. So I encourage you to, like, kind of, when you're feeling sad, sit with that and see why you're feeling sad. What is it? Are you getting comparisonitis, where you're like scrolling through Facebook and social media and Instagram thinking, well, I don't have that. I don't have that body. I don't go on that vacation. I don't live my life that way. Because I promise you, I know you've heard this a million times, if you throw all your problems into one pile, you will gladly grab them and pull back your problems, because the grass is never green on the other side. The grass is green where you water it. So where you put in your work and you put into your time and effort, that's where your grass will be green. So I encourage you to sit with those moments of sadness, feel those emotions. Just don't set up camp and live there. But it's okay to take a seat and just sit there with it. Just don't live there. Just don't unpack your bags and live there. One more card. What other messages do we have for the month of July? Okay, impulse, but the Magician card. The Magician is, to me, the energy of Magician is saying that you have all the tools that you need. And there's butterflies here. So to me, you have all the tools you need to make the changes. The impulse to change when you're not ready is what I'm hearing. Don't get your cart before your horse. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched. All those little fun phrases. The impulse to make radical changes feels great, but also be realistic with them. Of course, everyone wants to quit their job, their 9 to 5, and do a job that's not within the norm. Everybody wants to have that abundance. I'm telling you right now, abundance is obtainable, 1,000% attainable, but you can't just like start just wishing without making changes. Be in charge of your abundance. You know, if you're working at a job that offers overtime, maybe take a little overtime. If you're wanting to drastically change your life and have more abundant life, and abundance doesn't just have to be money. Abundance can be abundance and happiness. So you take a job, you take a risk on a new job, and that might give you abundance. It might not change your bank account, but you might have more happiness and more abundance in your happiness and more abundance in your free time. But don't be afraid to put in the work. Don't be afraid to take that class. Don't be afraid to do the impulse of taking that next class that's going to give you more abundance. But really, you know, being mindful with your impulses though. But if you do act on that impulse, know you have the tools in your toolbox to get through whatever curves you might get hit along the way. And don't think absolutely do not think just because you fail at the first attempt that it's not meant to be. It might not be a not right now. Does that make sense? Acceptance and harmony. So I don't have the tarot cards memorized. I don't know which card this is in the traditional tarot deck. I know my sweet friend Marissa is probably screaming at the screen because it's number 14, acceptance and harmony. Acceptance of yourself. Sit with yourself, know your worth. Sit with yourself and accept that passion that you have inside yourself for whatever job it is. No one has to understand your journey. So maybe the month of July for you is finding that passion for yourself, that passion in the journey you've chosen for yourself, and just knowing that it's okay to just sit with that passion and let that passion burn deep in your soul, and no one has to understand it but you. So just know someone out there needs to just have the acceptance that your life doesn't have to make sense to anyone else but you and your family. If you have a family, as long as it makes sense to you and your family, you don't have to explain your choices and your life and your passions to anyone but yourself. And as long as you're okay with your love and your passions, everyone else's opinion, they don't have to understand it. Hopefully they can support you in whatever your decisions are, but they don't have to understand it. So let's do one more. So we kind of had the overarching energy of choices for this month. So you have these choices of, let's see here, peaceful warrior. So maybe this is your choice for the month. Maybe your choice for the month is to be that peaceful warrior, to be the person that goes in, you say your prayers, you send your good vibes, whatever it is that you do, whatever your practice is, and you're just peacefully doing this along the way, and you're hearing what other people have to say, and you're just listening, because we don't always have to have an opinion about everything. I know we're in a world where everyone has to have an opinion about something, they have to support something or they support nothing. So if we've gotten out of touch with just trying to sit with our fellow man and understanding what our fellow man or woman needs from us, our fellow human needs from us. So maybe this month you choose to be the peaceful warrior, and you choose to be the person that continues on fighting the good fight in your own way. And that might not involve going to protests, that might not involve being super vocal on your social media, because it's very intimidating. It's very intimidating for me to have a voice that is anything but what goes with the rest of the collective, because on social media it's so easy for people to just throw stones and misconstrue what you say. And so just know that this month we have these choices of sitting and feeling our emotions, this magician energy of impulsive, of transformation, because these butterflies to me are about transformation. So you have this month of where you can sit with your emotions, even if those aren't happy emotions, and just accepting having acceptance for your emotions and where you are, and knowing that it might be like a roller coaster, especially with the way the collective is. Many of you that are watching this video now are so sensitive to those around you that you don't even realize it. So going to the store, you may get there and be in a happy mood, and you leave the store and you're like, why am I in such a bad mood? Because the people around you, society has just gotten to where it's exhausting. So maybe you're in this harmony and you're in this acceptance phase of just accepting that you're going to be this peaceful warrior who doesn't need to explain your stance to anyone, whether that be the life you choose to leave. If you choose to leave a job you've been at forever and people don't understand it, that's okay. They don't have to understand it. Just ask them for support. Just you don't have to understand what I'm doing, but can you just offer me support? You don't have to realize it. Oh, we got two. Okay, so this is very interesting to me. Excuse me, my nose is itching today. Must be a message. I do not have it here because I took it to the office with me, and I'm going back later, so I haven't brought it home yet. But I took my dear, I want to call her a friend because she feels like a friend. Her name's Tay, and she created a company called Full Moon Creations. She's a full-time business owner, full-time stay-at-home mom, full-time single mom, stay-at-home homeschooling mom with a full-time business. We're not supporting her and her son with her business. I hope she doesn't mind me sharing that part, but she's pretty vocal that she has a child and she's a small business owner. She creates these beautiful candles. They smell beautiful. She has chakra, she has elements, she has a full moon, all kinds of beautiful candles. She's even got them that go with different book characters. She just got to be officially licensed with Sarah J. Maas and her candles, so she is doing big things. She's a mover and groover. But anyway, this was not meant to be a commercial for her, but she has an air candle. This is the water candle, and it smells beautiful. It is sea salt, orchid, and eucalyptus, and they're beautiful candles. It looks like sand and like just a seashell, and beautiful. She puts stones and love into all her candles. But I took her air candle and I took my air elemental spray from Amanda Ellis, doing all the shout outs today to all my peeps, for my first appointment that I had today, because it was an intuitive healing session. And so when I do an intuitive healing session, I keep a lot of stuff here at the house, so when I'm home I have it, but I don't want to have two of everything because that's costly. So I schlep stuff back and forth to the office, which is fine. I don't begrudge it one bit. But I had taken my air elemental and my air candle for my first client of the day because I felt like they really just needed to breathe. And how perfect is that for the energies we're going through right now? We have this thing of just needing to, I feel like we just need to catch our breath. We're like, when's the next time we get to just catch our breath and just breathe? Just breathe. There's a song about just breathe. Who is it? Is it Shania Twain? I don't know. Just breathe. So when you get overwhelmed, just take 3 deep cleansing breaths. It helps slow down the parasympathetic nervous system and just helps you reset yourself. So it's perfect that this card came up, and it's number 11, which is Metatron's number, who is a archangel that I work closely with. So just breathe. I wish I had my spray, but it doesn't matter. I will put a link below for the spray. I will put a link below for Taylor's candles. Tay, your candles are magic. I kid you not, they're magic. I have the chakra set that I plan to do a chakra healing for. I will put that out. It'll be a collective chakra healing. I'll put it out for people who want to be personally. I'll make a list and set the intention for them to personally get it, but you don't have to be on the list, of course, to receive the energy when it's out there and out into the world. Whenever you receive it is when you're meant to receive it. And then water spirit, of course, because that's the water candle I had out, is about fluidity, flow, and grace. So if I have learned nothing over the last 2 years and what's been going on, is to give yourself and those around you grace. Go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Try to be in the flow, not of the flow, just flowing in the wind, letting the water just wash over you, having the grace to just flow in the wind, flow in the water, and know that nothing is permanent, everything is temporary. So just because it's the water seeming deep right now, just know the tides will recede and you'll be able to catch your breath again. And then this card wanted to come out, perfect, because this card wanted to come out, and here's the blue butterfly coming in again. Butterfly spirit, metamorphosis, trust, and lightness. So the biggest theme of this month is choice, but also trust. Trust yourself. Trust that you will get to the other side of it. Trust that all of this difficult energy is not for nothing. It is coming up. In the US, we have our Pluto return. I'm not an astrologer, but from all I've read about it, it just means it's a lot of icky, mucky nastiness that's coming up to be reviewed so we can transmute it, alchemize it, and move on with the flow of things. But butterfly spirit is perfect for us. Trusting the metamorphosis. When butterflies go from the caterpillar to a cocoon, they turn into this nasty, messy goop and then emerge a beautiful butterfly. So remember that when you are, when things are seeming dark and hopeless, just remember that you have the choice, you have the ability that you can just sit and just trust that going with the flow and having grace for yourself and just breathing through it is the best course of medicine. So with that, I thought it'd be nice to end the session in this reading with my beautiful green heart chakra bowl that I have. It's newer. I think I posted some videos of me getting to know the bowl better. So I thought I would just end this beautiful month of July collective reading. I will try my best to do this every month. It's just something I've gotten out of the habit of doing for myself and thought, what better way than to do it and do it for everyone. So I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Know that this message is timeless, so whenever you receive it, it is perfect timing for you. Have a good day.